right, what would you like to talk about today?
So recently, I've been thinking a lot about school, and I still have to do my internship. So I want to do my internship abroad this summer,
Mhm.
but I work a full-time job and I'm a manager, and nobody else has my job.
Mhm.
So if I study abroad, I would obviously have to take off 3 months off, and nobody would be there to do my job. So they would have to replace me or find someone new. I don't even know how it would work. So that's kind of fearful to me because I want to do this great opportunity, but also I have this commitment to my work to be there.
Right. So you're feeling just kind of torn about whether you should study abroad or whether you should stay here and work because you feel like it's your responsibility because you just have that one job. Like you're the only one who has that job.
Yeah, and it's my boss just is always talking about how great I am at my job, and I'm what she would she doesn't know what she would do without me, and it puts a lot of pressure on me because, well, first of all, I graduate soon, I'm not gonna be there much longer.
Yeah.
And second of all, I want to do this, but then I feel guilty because I would leave her high and dry,
right,
without anyone to do my job.
So you're saying that she's really reliant on you. So do you think that makes that kind of a source of pride for you that she thinks you do so well at your job? And
yeah, for sure, it definitely makes me feel better about myself because I bust my ass to do the best I can, and I feel she really notices because I definitely even our district manager has pointed out that I'm the best in the district, and I've only had this job for 4 months, so I'm how am I the best when some of you have been in this job for years?
Right. So you feel grateful that you have this job and that you're doing so well and that it's been noticed.
But then I feel because I'm so grateful and because I have this opportunity that I shouldn't take time off, but I'm also a student and I feel I should be able to take time off to do something fun.
Right.
Even my birthday is in a couple weeks, and I asked for the weekend off because I'm turning 21, and I was I'm going out.
Yeah.
And even my boss was oh, I don't know if I'm going to give you the weekend off, and I was I mean, if you don't, I quit. But it's frustrating because I'm asking for a weekend off, but I want to ask for 3 months off.
So I'm hearing you say that you're really grateful for your job and getting the recognition that you're doing a great job, but it sounds like you're also really fearful about having to talk to your boss and ask for time off, even though it's well deserved.
Yeah, it's just kind of nerve-wracking because I just don't know how to do it, and honestly, approaching someone with conflict makes me really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Really uncomfortable. Usually I would just tell someone else that she could tell my boss because it makes me really uncomfortable, and I don't know how to handle it. But now I feel I have to.
Right.
And I don't want to even talk to her about it until I have a plan. But then I don't want to just blow it on her oh, here you go.
Right.
Taking 3 months off. See ya.
Yeah. So are you feeling kind of nervous because you aren't sure, where to find the balance of having a plan but also giving her a big enough heads up?
Yeah, for sure. And I just feel if I'm going to do it, I need to start planning it soon, and I need to tell her so she can find someone to replace me, and even I could train them in,
right, yeah,
that'd be fine. But then it's also stressful because what if I train someone in and then I come back and I don't have my job?
Yeah. So this isn't the same situation, but I hear you saying you're feeling kind of torn. Just about making this decision and whether or not you should leave your job. And so I'm currently volunteering at a place, and it's definitely hard because it's an hour drive there and an hour drive back, and so it's really hard to find, should I stay and keep spending the money to drive there every week and take, time out of my day when I could be working at a different place? So it's just kind of really hard trying to know which way to approach a situation. That relates at all? Or?
Yeah, I just feel I don't know what to do, and I literally wish I was a little girl and my mom could tell me what to do. It would just be like so ideal because I feel like moms know best.
Yeah. So on the one hand, you're saying like you're really nervous about having to talk to your boss, but on the other hand, like you're talking about it and you're kind of smiling. So do you think, like, how do you see that? Like, do you think it's because you're like excited that you even have the opportunity to do this?
I think like it would be so exciting to go. Like I want to go to Australia, and honestly, I've just like wanted to go to Australia since I was a little girl. Like when I was in like 3rd grade, I did a project on koalas, and I've been obsessed with Australia ever since. And so like it's like a dream of mine to just like go to Australia, but it's like really nerve-wracking to like have to think about it. And I've had like a pretty tough year, so that's why I feel like I should go because I need to like just take some time for me and like not stress as much.
Right. So how is your relationship with your boss? Like, do you think that she'd be very like receptive and acknowledging that you do deserve a good break, or?
I feel like me and my boss we have a pretty good relationship. Like, we're pretty open, but she's not someone who, like, takes change the best.
Okay.
So I don't think she would be receptive to me wanting to go at all. Especially because, like, I haven't had this job that long.
Right.
But it's, like, frustrating because I work at Sephora and that's not my career. Like, this is my college job. Like,
yeah,
it's not what I plan on doing for the rest of my life. And I don't know if she, like, understands that. But, like, she knows I'm in school, so obviously, like, I have something else planned.
Right.
But then she, like, expects me to work for the rest of my life, I feel like.
So are you feeling kind of annoyed because you don't think that your boss understands where you're coming from?
She's, like, just kind of close-minded, and, like, me and my coworkers talk about this all the time, because, like, she's just very, like, focused on work and, like, herself, and, like, that's it.
Yeah.
And I feel like she should be more open and understanding, and she's really just not.
Yeah.
And that's just, like, her personality, and I get that, and so it's fine, but it's just, like, kind of frustrating, because I don't know, like, what to do about the situation. And, like, I wish I could just, like, go in the computer and, like, system take time off, and just, like, not even tell her, and be like, bye!
Yeah. So, just with this big opportunity ahead of you, has that impacted other parts of your life? Like, just, do you feel stressed about having to make this decision, or?
I definitely feel, like, super stressed about making this decision, and, like, I feel financially stressed, too, because I just don't know, like, I could work all summer and make a bunch of money, or I could go to Australia and spend a bunch of money. Like, obviously, going to Australia would definitely be better, though. And, like, I have to do my internship anyways, so why not do it abroad? Like, that's what makes the most sense to me.
Yeah. So you're feeling torn because you don't want to necessarily leave your job because you know that there are, financial security kind of in there, but also that Australia would have so many great opportunities for you to.
Yeah, for sure. But then I kind of get, like, scared too, like, going to Australia, like, with no one else I know is so freaky. Like, I've never known someone that hasn't studied abroad with, like, other people that they, like, knew prior. So that kind of freaks me out, like, because, like, my best friend went to Africa last summer, but she went with, like, one of her really good friends.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And, like, I wouldn't be going with anyone I know.
How does that make you feel, just knowing that you'd be, like, kind of on your own, even though you'd have other interns around you?
It kind of freaks me out. Like, I just don't know how I would handle it, because I'm definitely, like, a homebody. So, like, not being at home would be weird.
Yeah.
And, like, I wouldn't have anyone to, like, hang out with. But I feel like I would just, like, go off on my own. But then I always hear those stories about people, like, going off on their own and dying. So then, like, I'm like, don't do that.
Yeah. So you're feeling really stressed almost about going because you'd be alone in a sense and you wouldn't know anybody. So.
Yeah. And, like, I kind of, like, the reason I didn't study abroad, like, before is because I'm just, like, so close to my family, and I, like, never thought about, like, leaving them for that long. like it just freaks me out, like being away from my mom for that long. So I don't know.
Yeah. How do you feel just being able to talk about this
It
with
feels
me?
like really good to talk about because like it's not something I've really talked about yet because I just
Mhm.
like don't know what I'm doing. So
Right.
I'm like I can't talk about it because I don't know what I'm deciding to do.
Mhm. How have you kind of made, not necessarily the decision to study abroad, but how have you kind of like how did you get into the idea of doing that?
So well like I have to do an internship and so like I was like on the use page like
Mhm.
looking at like
Yeah.
internship options and it like popped up and I was like I've literally always wanted to go to Australia. I like need to do the internship. It would be in the summer, so like that would be like my only thing that I would have to do. Like it just like feels like it was kind of like just like thrown in my lap, like and it perfectly just works.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It's just like so stressful because there's so much to do.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you think you would approach your boss with this idea? I know that's a kind of a big issue for you, just deciding whether to leave the job for 3 months or not.
I don't even know. I literally don't know how I would do it. I know it would be like not the best thing. So like it wouldn't be the easiest thing. I don't want to say it wouldn't be the best, but it
Mhm.
wouldn't be the easiest. I would probably so like how it kind of works is like I have like my head boss, and that's like she runs the store,
Mhm.
and then there's like someone under her, and then there's me, and then there's like a bunch of people under us. And I would probably tell like the girl above me
Mhm.
because we're like best friends, we're so close, and
Mhm.
I'd be like, how do I tell her? Like I would
Yeah.
definitely have to ask her advice on how to tell like our main boss.
Yeah. So you feel grateful because you have one person above you who would be able to give you advice on how to
Yeah,
approach the
for
situation.
And it's like we talk about everything, so it's
Mhm.
really easy.
Yeah. Do you think this trip is like definitely something you want to do, like, or are you just feeling so held back because of your uncertainty?
I'm so uncertain about the whole thing.
Mhm.
Like, but like I need to do an internship, so I feel like I should just
Right.
do it.
Yeah.
But I'm so uncertain.
So you talked before just about being really close with your family. Um, do you think that would be super hard for you to leave them, or do you think like after a while you'd be like, I miss them, but like I'm so glad I did this?
I feel like it would be really hard for me when I leave,
Mm-hmm.
but when I get back, I would be like, I miss them, but I'm so glad I did this.
Yeah.
Because like, my mom calls me every single day. Like, I go see my parents like 3 times a week. Like, I am extremely close to my family. Like,
Mm-hmm.
even today, like I saw them. Like, I was at a holiday party with them, and I was leaving, and I was like, "Oh, bye!" And like, my brother stood up, and he was like, "What do you think you're doing, leaving without giving me a hug?" And I was like, "Okay, like whatever."
Yeah. How does that close family relationship make you feel? Like, do you think that would be a big impact on your decision? Like, having that support from
I
them?
love how close we are, and I feel like they would support my whatever decision I choose to make.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like my mom would like support me to go, just
Mhm.
because I think it would be a great experience.
Yeah.
But it just freaks me out as a
Mhm.
whole. Like it's like a going out of the country alone freaks me out.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm hearing you say like you're just really nervous and like so unsure of what to do, but it also sounds like you're like really excited and almost hoping you can go.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's
Oh, definitely. Like I really want to go.
yeah.
Even though like I'm nervous and I know it would be really hard, but like I think it would be such a cool experience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I guess today, just in the session, we talked about this big decision you have to make and just all the different aspects that would play into the decision-making process.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything else to add or anything that I didn't cover?
No, I don't think so.